I built an AI workflow that predicts exactly which videos are going to go viral before I even switch on my camera. Most creators think going viral is about being creative or getting lucky, but they're wrong. The secret is actually a bit of virality math, calculating exactly when a video outperforms the channel average. I spent days building a system that automatically scrapes the top 11 channels in my niche, filters thousands of data points to find statistical outliers, and uses Gemini to write the blueprint for me. It saves me tens of hours of research every week. And in this video, I'll break down exactly how it works. And if you stay till the end, I'll show you exactly how you can get the workflow for free. So this is the Trend Hunter workflow. I've created a quick Excel draw just to be able to show you a very high level overview as to how this works. So we start off with a trigger because this wouldn't be an automation if we weren't automating the start. And I've set this to run on a daily basis at 8:30. The reason I've done that is because I'd like to be able to keep on top of what people are posting and what's performing well on a daily basis. But if you want less data, less reports coming through, then you can just set this to be on a weekly basis. So this automatically kicks off the trend analysis, which goes straight to the Apify YouTube Longs scraper. Now, if you don't know what Apify is, it's essentially the Amazon of internet scrapers, where you can, instead of writing your own scraper bot to go and find YouTube videos, what you can do is you can simply rent these bots from Apify for a very, very cheap rate. So what this is doing is this is scraping 11 AI automation YouTube channels. But to make this work for any niche, you can simply swap out these 11 channels for 11 channels that perform really well in your niche or just channels that you like. And then this will work just as well for that niche as well. And what it's doing is getting all of their videos from the last 30 days and taking their views for every video and the subscriber count for the channel. And we're going to put that into some Virality Math that I'll show you shortly. Then we're going to go ahead and filter out any videos that are simply error messages or anything that is just channel metadata that is not relevant. And then we're going to keep only the actual videos and the data we need, views and subscribers. Then we'll come down and analyze this Virality Math just here, just using a code node. Now this is the secret sauce right here. And I'll show you exactly how this math works just down here. We essentially take video views and divide it by their channel subscribers. And that gives us a percentage that tells us which videos are outperforming the average for that channel. So if a channel has 1 million subscribers and gets 1 million views on their video, that's not a statistical outlier for that channel. That's to be expected. But if it is a channel with 1,000 subscribers and they're getting tens of thousands of views, that is a statistical outlier. And that is something that we want to study because that is something that is going viral for their channel. So if a video gets more views than 40% of the channel subscribers in 30 days, then this topic is trending, not just the creator. Now, I've done the last 30 days because I want to know what's trending right now. I don't want to know what's trending months ago or years ago. I want to know what's trending in very recent time. And these are the channels that I'm monitoring right here. I've deemed all of these to be similar to what I'm trying to do on my own channel. So I think these are worth monitoring. But if you simply swap out these 11 YouTube channels for channels in your niche or channels that you want to monitor, then you'll get some great results. So once we've analyzed which videos are going viral for that channel, we then aggregate all of this data for my AI. If the outliers exist, we're going to use those. As a fallback, we use the top 5 by virality if we don't have those. In the unlikely event that we don't have either of those, we'll just send no data. This always gives the AI something and avoids it spitting out errors. So the AI brain, I've gone with Google Gemini. Reason for that is one, because Google Gemini 3 Pro has probably the best reasoning out of any AI at the moment. Google show no signs of slowing down. They seem to be winning the AI race at the minute, but we'll see how that changes in the future because everything changes from day to day in this niche. Another reason I've chosen Gemini is because they give away $300 of completely free AI API credits for you to use in any of your automations, Google AI Studio as well. And I'll put a link in the description to show you exactly where you can get that. And what this AI is doing is acting as my YouTube strategist. It's going to analyze all of the data that's gone into it so it can see what's going viral right now in the channels that I'm monitoring. It then generates 3 video ideas. In my case, what automations to build next. It then generates 3 extra titles, as well as 3 thumbnail concepts. Now, the way I've taught the AI to write great titles and write great thumbnail concepts is not by simply asking it to, because what it will do in that case is usually hallucinate something based off of old data that it has from potentially years ago. So what I did was I researched the top 15 to 20 videos that talk about how to write great YouTube titles. And then I used a tool called Gling. This is a Chrome extension that you can download that essentially allows you to download the YouTube's full transcript. I then copied the transcript from those 15 to 20 videos, put them into an AI, and told it to generate a blueprint for writing great YouTube titles based off of all of those transcripts. I did the exact same thing for thumbnail concepts. So I looked at top 15 to 20 videos on creating great YouTube thumbnails and put them straight into an LLM to create a guide for me. Now, both of those guides I gave to this Gemini LLM right here. And that paired with all of the viral data that we're feeding into it means it writes some pretty great titles and creates great thumbnail concepts. So once the AI brain has done this, it sends it all to Telegram to create beautifully formatted reports sent straight to my phone. And it gives me ready to use video ideas on a daily basis. Now, you can get this workflow for free in my school community, as well as all the other N8N workflows I build on my channel. And you'll always have direct support from me as well. If you need help setting up these workflows or building any workflows yourself, then I'll be happy to help. So this is the workflow itself. We've got the daily schedule right here. I've set it to run every day at 8:30, but you can set this to be whatever you like, whether it's daily, hourly, weekly. Next, we've got the YouTube long scraper. So as I said, I'm using Apify for this, and I've set this up with a HTTP request node. So I can call the API URL straight from Apify. This is the Apify store. This is where you can get all of the scrapers that you need. But if we come just to YouTube right here, now the one I've used is streamers/YouTube-scraper. And you come onto here, and if you want to get your API URL, you just go to API endpoint, top right, just here. Now you want to skip out these first two because we've got run actor synchronously, and then we've got run actor synchronously and get dataset items. So this is the one you want right here. And when you click copy right here, it will copy the URL and it will give you the URL with your API key attached to the end of it automatically. And once you've got that, you just paste that in right here. So if we come down here, we've got all of the JSON that we're going to send to Apify. Now, this is essentially a glorified list of all of the YouTube channels that we'll be scraping. If you just take the URLs from their channel by going to the channel page on YouTube and just copying the URL from the top, and then you can paste that in here for as many or as little channels as you want to be scraping. I'm taking the most recent 20 videos from each channel from the last 30 days. One more thing I'll say on Apify is that you get $5 of free credit every month, and that should be more than enough to run this workflow for your needs. Then I'll come into filter the videos right here, and we're essentially filtering out anything that isn't a real video, and then onto Virality Math just here. Now, this is the most important node in the entire workflow because it walks through that Virality Math that we went through earlier, looking for statistical outliers from the channels that we're scraping, and all of this is written by Claude. We then aggregate all of that data, putting it into one list of aggregated content. We're going to use the outliers to start with, else top 5, else we'll just send no videos as a message. All of this goes into our AI YouTube Strategist. So it's taking in all of that data, it's organizing it and giving us titles, hooks, telling us what to build, as well as giving us some YouTube titles and thumbnail ideas. Now, giving it a prompt down here. This looks like a lot, but this is essentially those 15 to 20 top videos on the subject of writing YouTube titles and creating good, well-performing YouTube thumbnails. And I've just put all of that data into a system prompt that runs every time the AI runs. Using Google Gemini Pro, the latest, which is currently Google Gemini 3. And then all of this goes to our Telegram node just here. You can simply set up your own credentials for the node. It's going to send me a message to my chat ID just here, which I've blurred out so that no one can hijack my Telegram. And if you come down here, now this is the HTML, again, written by Claude, puts all of the JSON right here into a readable format for my Telegram report. And I recommend adding this additional field just here. This allows you to remove the NA10 attribution, so you don't have any message below saying this came from NA10. Makes it a bit cleaner. So this is the final report right here. As you can see, I've got all the video ideas I need right here. This is all stuff that's likely to perform well. Everyone is talking about AI agents and anti-gravity workflows. This video shows a secret blueprint to build these intelligent multi-step agents inside the NA10 platform you already use. Then it tells me exactly what to build. Build a multi-step NA10 workflow that mimics an agent. It will take a high-level goal, for example, research top AI news. It will use an LLM to break into subtasks, loop through each task, search, scrape, summarize, and compile a final report demonstrating an agentic process. Next one, Claude Code just made your NA10 smarter. You've seen that Claude Code is powerful, but you don't have to abandon NA10. This video shows you how to integrate Claude's coding power directly into your workflows to make them unstoppable. A walkthrough connecting to the Anthropic API in NA10. The workflow will send a complex problem to Claude 3.5 Sonnet, pass this complex JSON, receive the Python code as a response, and then execute that code using NA10's code node to solve the problem. Now, if you want to see any of these in a future video, then let me know down in the comments. And if you come down a bit further, we've got all of the titles that is generated as well, that I've trained it on good data to be generating good titles. Same for thumbnails just here. It'll tell you visually what to make. So before and after in this case, on the left, a simple linear NA10 workflow diagram with a big red X over it. On the right, a glowing, futuristic, brain-like network diagram, telling you exactly what text to put on the thumbnail, as well as giving you a few more concepts for your thumbnail just here. So this workflow takes about 1 to 3 minutes to run. It scrapes, it calculates, it analyzes, and then delivers the data right to your Telegram. The only 3 things that you need to be able to get this workflow working for yourself in your own niche is the Apify API URL, an API URL for Gemini, that's from Google AI Studio, and also your own Telegram credentials as well with your own chat ID. When you download my template, you don't need to write any code. You just fill in these blanks and you're good to go. Now, you could pause this video and copy every single node, every bit of code line by line, but honestly, that's a waste of time. I've already packaged this entire Trend Hunter workflow into one JSON file for you. It includes the scraper setup, the Virality Math code, and the exact system prompts I use to generate these ideas. You can grab the template for free right now in my school community. Just click the link down in the description. You can hit join community just here and then come to classroom and you can download all of my NA10 workflows, including this one from this class right here. Import it, plug in your keys and stop guessing what to build next. If you enjoyed this build, drop a like and I'll see you in the next one.